Hey guys, how is everybody doing? I have some really big news and I'm so excited to share this with you. And some of you may know what this is, some of you may not. So it's a big announcement and it's something that I have been wanting to do for a really long time now. And because of COVID, we had to kind of put the kibosh on it. But, as it's becoming abundantly clear that there is no waiting for COVID to be over, this is here to stay. And so it's time to stop putting things off for when it's over. So I made the decision to move forward on something that I have been wanting to do for some time now, and that I've been hearing from you guys that you want. And so we're doing it. Are you ready? I am announcing that we are doing our first in-person vocal retreat this March. Yay! I can't wait, you guys. I can't wait to be able to get in there and see all your beautiful faces in person and give you long-awaited hugs and be able to do technique and energy work and mindset work in person to catalyze some really big shifts for you. So one of the things you guys know about me is that I'm really big about the process, right? I'm huge about the process. And that's the big thing that we set up in the intensive. That's what I taught you, which is the best process for how to sing to your potential, the best processes to use in your technique and in your mindset on this journey, so that you have the ability to have that foundation and the processes to get there whenever you need it. But often I know that there are times where it feels kind of like a disconnect between feeling great in the process and having that same great feeling and that great experience show up in performance. So, there can still feel like there's just a layer of impact that is in there that you're not quite experiencing in performance yet. So because of that, that's the theme of this retreat, from process to performance. And that's what we're going to do in this retreat. All kinds of amazing hands-on in-person training on specific experiences and specific trainings designed to really burst you to the next level by connecting process to performance. So we're going to take your technique and your artistry and your mindset to the next level by conditioning all of those things in new ways, connecting to different aspects of yourself, different aspects of your instrument, your awareness, your energy, and putting all of that process that into practice on stage and in the medium of performance. So I'm going to share my screen so that I can share the details of this retreat with you. And it's going to be so exciting, you guys. Oh my God, we have the most beautiful venues, the most beautiful food set up. Okay, so as I said, we are going to be in Colorado. No, I didn't say that. So the retreat's going to be in Colorado, and the theme is from process to performance, and the dates are from March 18th to March 22nd. And guys, this is going to be a retreat like you have never experienced before, because it's going to be all that transformational work, all the vocal technique work, all the mindset work together in person for a concentrated 4 days, which is like a magical recipe for breakthroughs and creating a lot of velocity in your singing in your career. So, like I said, breakthroughs are the point. That's what we're going to do over the 5 days, 4 nights of this retreat. And so I'm inviting you guys. This retreat is only open to singers who have gone through the intensive, who are part of this community. And it's only going to be about 10 to 12 singers in this incredible environment, in this gorgeous experience, in the natural beauty of the Rocky Mountains. And what we're doing is we are going to be breaking these physical, these mental and vocal barriers by exploring all kinds of hands-on, in-person, interactive workshops and techniques designed to unleash this impact that you have within you in your performances, and then spark a lot of velocity to move into these things in your career that you're really designing for 2022. All the while, like I say in the brochure, soaking in the natural serenity and inspiration of the Rocky Mountains that are so beautiful in this environment that we have here. So a little more details about the retreat. So retreat is about performance, vocal and personal development, fun. We want it to be fun, and bonding and communicating with your community and making new friends and connecting with old friends from your group in the intensive or peak performance or Singers Alliance. So we're going to be 5 days, 4 nights, for the retreat, and everything is included, all the lodging, the meals, and the trainings. So the only thing that you have to do is figure out how to get yourself there, whether it's driving or plane flights. Everything else is included, but the transportation. And the whole point of this, guys, is to be hands-on, right? So experiencing the hands-on mojo that you can create when you're with me and a group of like-minded individuals in this really intimate and powerful setting, to use this to eliminate any lingering blocks or technique issues, and then really unleash that power that's within you and tapping into that in the moment of performance on stage. And so we're gonna work technique, and I've got so many great cutting edge things that I want to bring to you that I've been collecting over the last several months to be able to bridge that gap between process and performance for you. And performance is a big part of this. So we're going to be doing a lot of incredible hands-on trainings and specific experiences that are designed to be able to take you to that next level of impact, to launch you into that velocity in your performances, to give you that confidence and that freedom, because process and performance have been linked in a really integrated way. And of course, you know me, it wouldn't be me if we weren't doing some awesome mindset along the way. So we're going to make sure that everything we're doing is connecting you with your vibration and your awareness at a much deeper level. And so you're going to be guided in person in ways that, you know, as much as I love working on Zoom and we are really successful and get great results working on Zoom, there are just certain experiences and things that we can only do in person and in a group. So being able to channel these infinite intelligences inside of you so that you get to leave the retreat with that excitement and that unshakable confidence, because you know how to link process to performance, and that freedom that you feel when you've done that to be able to share and unleash your talents onto the world. So a lot of great mindset. And then of course, bonding. So being able to spend time bonding with me, bonding with each other, to be able to meet your fellows from, you know, the intensive and peak performance and Singers Alliance, and be able to deepen those relationships and friendships and make new ones that are going to serve you in having these connections and this network that's going to expand your artistic journey. So that's what we're going to be doing as an overview. To me, the whole reason I'm doing this is because we are finally able to be in person. And that is the biggest benefit of this retreat. There's nothing that I know of that can create a more swift and powerful transformation in your performances than the experience of being able to go beyond the patterns, the limitations, the blocks that are still kind of in there, and be able to expand in person in front of a group, a community, a safe space of trusted fellows on stage in the medium of performance. And so it's going to be a lot of interactive and innovative exercises and experiences that you'll be engaging with that, like I said, they're just not possible on the screen. And so every aspect of this amazing weekend, it's a long weekend, everything that I'm including in this retreat has been specifically designed to support you into stepping into your fullness as an artist, as a performer, from all of the trainings we're going to do, to the gorgeous natural setting, to the amazing retreat space. We're getting a giant, big, beautiful retreat house in the mountains with like gorgeous feeling, great feng shui. You know, we're going to have a chef who's going to be cooking clean, amazing, beautiful food to feed your body and not just your soul. And so the whole purpose of all of this is to allow you to expand into your fullness and your confidence and your trust and your belief in what is possible for you to claim in terms of what you're creating and the possibilities you're creating in your voice, in your career, that's going to propel you to the success that you're designing for 2022 by linking process to performance, and be able to do that and meet these targets and these outcomes that you're creating for yourself this year on your journey without suffering, right? But with speed and grace and trust and joy. So the accommodations for the retreat, we have king and double rooms with private ensuite bathrooms. Like I said, amazing, delicious meals prepared every day, one-of-a-kind workshops and trainings and activities, relaxation and a lot of evening fun. Hot tub, guys, hot tub. So one of my favorite things to do at these retreats is what I call at the end of the day, when we've been through a lot of breakthroughs and we've done a lot of process and we've done a lot of performance, and then we eat, and then we go out into the hot tub and we have a glass of wine and we sit in the hot tub for what I call the hot tub mastermind, where we're talking and we're experiencing each other and we're having a good time with each other, and we're learning about all these things that we do that might help others on their journey. So we're going to do a little hot tub masterminding at the end of each day. And also being able to enjoy our surroundings, being able to enjoy being outside in Colorado. In March, it's going to be spring. And so we're going to be able to take in the inspiration from all the natural beauty that's in the area for where we are. So the way we're doing pricing for this retreat, hang on, I'm just going to shift my screen really quickly. So the way that we're doing pricing for this retreat is the price for the retreat is $5,000. And we're offering a first retreat discount of $500 off because there are those of you who haven't done a retreat with me. And so if you've never done a retreat with me before, which is probably most of you because of COVID, we haven't done retreat for like 2 years. So $500 off to those of you who this would be your first retreat. And then on top of that, we're doing an early bird discount of $1,000 off, which makes the price $3,500 if you book before the early bird deadline, which is February 15th. And if you are a Singers Alliance member, you get an even bigger discount, and it's $2,900. So these prices are based on double occupancy or a shared room, which can look like being in a room with 2 beds in it. It can look like being in bunk beds, sharing a king bed in a king room with an ensuite with somebody of the same gender or with a partner. So preference of room choice is going to be given on a first come first serve basis with a limited number of upgrades. So if you want to upgrade into a single room, you can, which would be an additional cost of about $500 to $1,000, depending on the room that you wanted to upgrade into, if you wanted to upgrade into a single room. So now that we got all that logistical stuff explained, the thing that is so super important that I really want to tell you is we're keeping this retreat small because of COVID. We're still going to be COVID conscious. Everybody's going to be required to take a rapid PCR before coming. It has to have a negative rapid PCR. So, but we are still keeping it small to 10 spots available, 12 max, depending on shared rooms. So we definitely have 10 spots available. And right now it's going to fill up really quickly. We already have a couple spots booked from singers who are in Singers Alliance. So, you know, they're in the year-long mastermind. So they got the announcement first. So I know it's already filling up quickly. So because there's only 10 spots available, I'm giving a special little bonus. The first 3 people that book are going to get a beautiful bonus, which is a 30-minute one-on-one private lesson with me during the retreat. So if you're interested in joining us and you want to get that extra bonus of one-on-one time, you and me, without any interruptions for a full half hour, hands-on, getting in there with your technique and your performances, let me share with you how you can reserve your spot. So if you've been yearning for the last 2 years of COVID, and you're ready to get in person and put all that isolation behind you, and you're ready for the kind of amazing hands-on trainings and specific in-person experiences that are designed to take you to the next level, then you definitely want to reserve your spot. And I'm going to put a link to this brochure so you can read through it more into the chat for this specific post. But if you are really ready to expand your artistry through fun and transformational experiences and your community of friends, you should reserve your spot. And you can do that by, if you scroll down to the end of the brochure and click the link for reserve my spot now to put your deposit down. And if you do it before February 15th, then you'll get the early bird discount. And if you're one of the first 3 people who gives a deposit and reserves a spot, then you'll also get the extra bonus, the one-on-one with me. But the point really, guys, like, I just can't wait to be able to get in person with you and give you real hugs and get down and dirty with you on all of the technique stuff and give you all kinds of real-time hands-on training, guiding you to the kind of breakthroughs that really only happen from the magic and the experience that comes from being in the same room together in person, creating some real velocity for your career, your sound, and your journey. And we're going to do this in style, in a gorgeous setting. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to see this retreat house. It's just insane, with gorgeous food and good friends. And, you know, there's just so much value that gets created in just 4 days. And I've been on a couple of retreats like this in my life. Some were around business, some around spirituality, some were around health. And every single time that I pulled the trigger and done one, they didn't just actually launch me to my next level. They actually propelled me way beyond it, because that's what can happen when you get amazing content, expert guides, hands-on transformational experiences, and like-minded people in a safe space in a room together for 4 days. It's like magic happens. I've had it happen to me. And so this is what I've created for you guys for Process to Performance Retreat this March. So reserve your spot now. Get the early bird pricing, take advantage of the bonus, be one of the first people to book, and you'll get me all to yourself, one-on-one, in-person, hands-on for your own private lesson at some point during the retreat while we're all there. And for those of you who have been thinking about maybe joining Singers Alliance, and you were on the fence about doing it, or you were trying to figure out timing about doing it, if you want to join Singers Alliance before the retreat, then you can actually take advantage of the extra discount for Singers Alliance to come to the retreat. So that's an extra thing. All right, guys, I cannot wait to be able to bring this experience to you. And I'm so happy that we're finally being able to do it. I'm going to put the link again in the chat for you to be able to access the retreat brochure and reserve your spot now. If you have any questions, you can ask me by shooting me an email, or you can ask me here in the group. I can't wait for you to join us. Bye.